Live. Listen, today we got disturbing truth about Chrisean Rock. Listen, hey, I'm just reacting to it. I had a couple comments on my last video, y'all. I'm talking and shit. Listen, these are just my opinions and what I think about certain situations and shit, man. The shit fucked up. It's sad. You feel me? It's like I said, I feel like they doing this shit to keep their business running. Social media is a business nowadays. Whether it's negative, positive, um, you feel me? Whether you learning from it, it's educational. Everything is a business, bro. Everything is monetized.
This is for the seriously
Argue with your
unemployed at this
mama.
point. Chrisean Rock has spent the last year telling everybody she has changed. She put down the drinking. She put down the abusive lifestyle that she
Exactly.
was.
Before we get into this video, that's what I was just basically saying. Like a nigga just disappointed. You feel me? Like she was headed in the right route, and I guess the money slowed down. She feel the need to, you hear me, jump back in Blueface face to pick this shit back up. It's a business.
Was living, found God, she's picked up motherhood, and she will no longer be the Chrisean Rock that got her famous.
So we're gonna do Bible studies, chat. I locked in, I consecrated, I fast, I prayed, I did it a lot.
And for what it's worth, over here at the Unemployed News,
all that capping playing in God's face, man. All for you to just whoop the whoop back over there. The nigga treating y'all like shit. I respect Blueface because he keeping it 100. Y'all dumbass just going back.
Network, we applaud change, right?
What y'all mad at me for? For stating my opinion.
We hate when we go into our favorite restaurant or favorite store and they have a sign that says, hey, we have no more pennies. We like change. But the problem is that she never really took accountability for the things that she did and the actions that she had that would probably lead to her down this path of destruction in the first place. We're talking about the fights. We're talking about the arrest. We're talking about the way she behaved while she was pregnant.
Fact. Not only that, you doing all this while you pregnant. You, man, fuck little homie shit up for life. Cause you trying to kill the nigga and man.
One more time.
And because you never really take full accountability and address those demons that have been chasing you, ultimately, after time has gone on, those things will come back to haunt you quick, fast, and in a hurry. Chrisean is now back on the internet having these public crash outs and is fighting in the streets.
We already done reacted to this. Y'all ain't seen it. Go tap in.
Oh, get right. Oh, these are real punches. Oh my God.
Yeah, nigga, she was
There's a real fighting.
getting
I know
in there.
exactly what's going on here. So maybe Chrisean didn't become a different person. Maybe she just gave the same person a new image. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way for the channel. Already at 185. My birthday was yesterday. Let's give me a birthday video. Chrisean Rock is notorious, for lack of a better word, on the internet. All the public crash outs, the relationship with Blueface that was toxic, the whole thing with the pregnancy, all of that stuff. But it seems as though the internet commentary was getting to her. Maybe she was growing up, her life actions, she wanted to change them. But since the last time we covered her, she has seemingly turned her life to God. She's put down the drinking, she's put down the fighting, she's put down the smoking, she's put down all these things that were
Cal, she pump faked everybody. She pump faked everybody, man, including me.
Toxic in her life, and is putting a new image of a new person in front of our eyes. And for what it's worth, at first, I was happy about it.
I'm gonna start streaming it from my bedroom. So we're gonna do Bible studies, chat. I locked in, I consecrated, I fast, I prayed, I did it a lot.
And this transformation is admirable. Oftentimes on the internet, we don't give people place and space to grow and change. We kind of hold them to a standard that they once were when they were younger or in a messed up place in their life or whatever the case may be. But to me, as long as you are showing like these efforts to change who you are, then I think that people should acknowledge that and give you a round of applause. Because we've got to remember this transformation came from years, and I do mean years, of the drinking, the behavior that was happening in the past, the fighting, the cussing, just the belligerentness. I mean, she was Zeus Network, but unscripted, and it was all on our timelines. I think the worst of it all was how she was.
What's crazy is people like her, and I ain't finna sit up here and bash Chrisean the whole reaction, but people like her be the main one, like, I ain't gonna say prospering, but they be up. like financial wise, because this is what people want to see: negativity, people downfall, people just crashing out. These be the people that be the main, like this is the reason why everybody crashing out and arguing on TikTok and being negative. Like, this is the new era of content creation. Being feminine, like y'all see what these people doing, like on stream, and it's ugly. It's ugly. I ain't gonna lie. It's ugly.
Acting during and after her pregnancy with Chrisean Rock Jr.
Chrisean Rock is a horrible fucking mother, because at the end of the day, you're sitting here talking about your son doesn't have a disability and that you don't claim that in Jesus' name. Bitch, Jesus gave you the fucking doctors to tell you that your son has disabilities. God will send people in your life to tell you certain things that you don't want to hear, but it's the form of the truth. Several family members have told you, several friends,
I know y'all seen that TikTok where she was like her son first word was "Thank you, God." Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, don't.
Friends have told you that your son has disabilities. It is okay to pray over your children. It is okay to cover your children in prayer. But what is not okay is to be a dumb dick sucking bitch and forced to not believe that when you was drinking, smoking, popping pills your whole fucking pregnancy because you didn't know who the father was going to be. This girl is literally a fucking walking CPS case and nobody sees it. And it's literally so aggravating because that poor baby deserves better.
Now, I will say for the most part, while she was going
He
through this
just
transformation, the
spazzed. I ain't
timeline
gonna
was
lie.
very proud and
I
happy
ain't
of
gonna
what
lie.
she was doing.
I be trying to hold back, but hey, pop it. Pop it then, nigga.
But for me, there was a little bit of pause. I remember just a few months ago when she went on another podcast talking about her transformation, talking about the things that she had learned and changed. But specifically when it came to this section where she was talking about her baby and how the online community is talking about whether or not the baby has mental illness, her answer to me was extremely toxic or shaky as far as what is she doing about the baby's diagnosis.
Blueface doesn't seem active in a child's life because of his disability. My son does not have a disability. He is developing at his own pace and hitting his milestones in his own timing. Every child is different, and I'm confident in his growth. If I said it, he had a disability, then he... Right. But it's like...
As a mother, alright, cool. You supposed to think like that. But at the same time, I'm the type of nigga, like, I like to live in my truth. Hey, tell me what it is. Tell me what it ain't. I ain't shying away from it or nothing. Hey, it's this. This what it is. If that was my son, and I seen like he kind of like throw it off, like not even on no funny shit. Like he kind of throw it off, and I know what I did. Pre-pregnancy, or while I was pregnant with him, I wouldn't be denying that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't deny that shit. No. Ain't no he learning at his own pace. Come on, fool. Kids naturally are smart. Kids are smart, bro. Whether y'all know it or not, like, kids is smart. They understand. They just haven't learned yet. And then, as ironic that might sound, like, she fucked the kid up. Like, it is what it is. She denying it.
Don't tell me.
I ain't saying, not even just that. It's like, say if someone, a doctor, anybody speak against your kid or yourself, then you should not accept it, bro. Yeah, anybody. Yeah. If they're guessing or whatever, no. The word said what the word said. God said what the God says.
Yeah, I was really skeptical from there. Back then, I was skeptical about her use of religion. I'm not saying that she isn't somebody who is starting to read the Bible, go to church.
I don't believe, and I'm gonna try not to pause it so much. I just got so much to say about this. I don't believe in people doing wrong, doing bad, anything harmful, and then calling on God and saying this is God way, or like this is God calling. Like, no. Cause now you trying to justify how you moving in your dirt with God. That ain't no. No, fool. No. I don't like when people do that type of shit. You will know when God got his hands on something. You
claim these things, et cetera, et cetera. And while finding God can give us a new image of who Chrisean is, it doesn't necessarily mean that we have a different Chrisean as a whole. It's just the same thing with different packaging. It's not that she changed because of need. She really changed because of all the internet scrutiny surrounding the commentary around all of her actions and transgressions that were going on the internet. But once you start to look at what she was changing from, I feel like the fights and the arguments and crash outs online are the least bit of concern when it comes to her. Chrisean's history is filled with extreme behavior. In 2022, she was arrested for taking a stolen G-Wagon, and also while in that stolen G-Wagon, she allegedly broke into a home and write "I love blue" in reference to Blueface in blood. Now, I feel like I could make a whole video series and saga about her toxic relationship with her and her ex-boyfriend, current baby daddy Blueface, but to be honest with you, that's not the worst of it. Parents, two consenting adults, you know, they have their own relationships. I don't necessarily agree with them, but at the end of the day, it's all consensual. The worst part about Chrisean Rock in her past is how she dealt with her soon-to-be newborn son, Chrisean Rock Jr., while she was pregnant.
Because we all was drinking, even you, with the baby and stuff. Why are you lying?
Ladies, one more time.
fuck
Get
this
yourself
thing.
together.
Where the bottle at? Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just
No, you
gonna...
can't have no liquor.
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
you shut the door
you
because
can't
it's
have
cold.
no fucking
Tessa.
liquor.
This what y'all taking up for?
When they were here last time, him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
Hey,
This
I
is Chrisean.
personally believe if somebody pregnant, and they drinking and they smoking, I feel like motherfuckers need to go to jail for that shit. And I don't wish jail on nobody, but come on, fool. Like, that baby innocent. That baby ain't asked to be here. Like, I wholeheartedly believe motherfuckers need to start going to jail for doing shit like that.
Rock smoking and drinking and clubbing and doing all these wild things while she was pregnant. This will produce that same baby who earlier in the video she denied had any sorts of disabilities. Even though she was told by multiple doctors, social media is screaming at her about what's going on here, she remained in denial, saying that it was actually up to God. She took no accountability for the situation, saying that, hey, I'm gonna continue to drink because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get rid of it, only to keep the baby at the end of it all. And that's horrifying and disgusting. And so let's say we are in our forgiving era of it all. Let's say that, hey, you made these dumb decisions, you seem to have some sort of addiction problem, and then you found religion, and so you were able to deny the disability of it all. Even though I don't agree with any of that, let's just say we're following you down this rabbit hole. Even to this day, she is still avoiding any sorts of accountability in these actions. I guess she had finally come to the revelation that there is something wrong with the baby, that this baby does have some sort of disabilities. That's fine, that's dandy. There's actually nothing wrong with any sort of child having disabilities. What is wrong is a mother who continuously denies their actions in this, especially one that is trying to portray a new image about themselves to the public.
Wearing that black dress, y'all keep saying I was drinking in the club when I was pregnant. That was juice.
Really? It was just juice? I mean, she's literally denying things that we have on record, on video, on podcasts, on audio, on all of these different things, with multiple people testifying to the fact that she actually was drinking while she was pregnant. And this is why I and many others are starting to wake up the questioning about this newfound image that she has going around on the internet. Instead of saying that she made some sort of horrible decision and all she can do is learn to live with her actions and move forward with a baby that she can love and all these other things like that, she's still denying any sort of accountability for what she did. She does that by rewriting history about a situation that we saw in 1080p.
She couldn't stop herself from smoking and drinking while pregnant. She did have the child, and this September he will be 3 years old. He still cannot walk or talk, and it seems like also has a hard time just sitting up on his own without assistance supporting him.
You tell me, you telling me, God, you telling me, oh, he learning at his own pace. Like he 3 years old. And I'm on a baby side, fool. I'm on a baby side. He 3 years old. He can't walk or talk. You telling me you ain't messed that baby up. Come on now. At some point, females gotta start learning how to take accountability for. Like they naturally is the rage, the founders, the makers of rage bait. It's like they brain wired different. Female, like I love women, but y'all brain is wired different when it come to shit like this. Our brain wired different too. And like said, we ordering food. Y'all feel like we sound slow when we ordering food. Y'all brain is just wired different in that aspect. Like I just
It is heartbreaking. It is actually heartbreaking. And I don't know why what she's done isn't just full-blown child abuse. Like I don't know how that's not just a crime. Like it's all just right out there in the open. Like it's not a secret.
As if her actions weren't already bad, she then decides to refuse to take any sort of accountability. So I'm supposed to believe that you've changed in all of this? And then there's this murder case that's been looming over her head for a minute. For the longest time, the internet was under the impression that Blueface, famous rapper, was the baby daddy or is the baby daddy of Chrisean Rock Jr. But it turns out that that may not be the case at all. There was this boyfriend that she was dealing with around the time that she got pregnant, and she was dealing back and forth between Blueface and this guy. And right before he was supposed to take some court-ordered DNA test, he ends up dead. But the problem is that there's been some speculation that she has been involved with said ending of this man's life, even to the tune of the police coming up and questioning her about her involvement, her thoughts, her opinions and feelings. She took this meeting without some sort of a lawyer present, and during this time, she would give what would be motivation for why she would end this man's life.
He is dead, bro. Y'all never asked me not one time how did I feel about it? Did it hurt me? Did it move me? At that point, I already stopped loving him. Not like that. When he died, I had no feelings in my body because it was like that person was trying to kill me before he left. He really was. He was trying to diminish my character, my image. He was trying to clout chase off of my son that I love the most. Like, people be doing stuff and don't know what be actually the after effect. What?
Now, for what it's worth, the police haven't named her to be some sort of suspect in this situation, but the internet is speculating about it, and there's a good amount of motive for her to do this exact thing, because ultimately he's bashing her name, and if the baby's not Blueface's, then that cuts off a whole section of her life that would continue to further the madness that ultimately does get.
They go back to the business I was saying, the business side of this shit. If that baby, if they would have found out that there wasn't Blueface baby, it wasn't gonna be no more of this. Whatever they got going on, it wasn't gonna be no more of that. I ain't gonna lie. But my question is, why don't Blueface just go take the test himself?
Her funded and paid very well. At some point, this stops looking like a bunch of random mistakes, and ultimately it looks like this pattern of behavior that's too hard to not like talk about and just brush it up against the wall and leave it for somebody else to sweep up. We can't do that anymore. Now you're probably asking yourself, Omar, it's almost like you're framing it as if she hasn't changed at all from her past behaviors. And that's kind of what I'm doing. For what it's worth, Chrisean is not like a great person in this world. Granted, we can forgive a lot of things, but if you're not gonna hold yourself accountable or even continuously deny these actions, then ultimately, hey man, we gotta start calling the pot black, the kettle black. Gotta start calling a spade a spade. Chrisean Rock has figured out the ultimate blueprint in this content creation game. She has figured out that you can be horrible and you can get paid for being horrible. The algorithm rewards the horribleness of it all.
You know how much money he just made? He made $100K. I made like.
Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that? This just, it is what it is. Look at her, her out.
The algorithm rewards the horribleness of it all.
You know how much money he just made? He made $100K. I made like 60, but that was just from 2 days of hanging out with him. And I feel you, bro. Like, you know, like, okay, yeah, tighten up, da-da-da. Bro, I'm really just it's just business. It's just business. You feel me? I ain't even tripping.
The worse she behaves, the more attention she gets, the more.
Need I say more? Need I say more? Alright.
Attention she gets, the more content that can be put out
For
there.
the people who going at me, man, shut up. Shut up.
More content that's put out there, more dollar signs she sees. Every fight becomes something that's a spectacle. It gets clipped, it gets circulated, and we know how the content creation economy goes. So the reality is, what incentive does she have to change? At the end of the day, she's still going to benefit financially from being the same exact person. Hell, I'd even argue that the change doesn't bring the dollars and cents. It doesn't even bring the commentary videos or the reactions from people. She's getting the rewards of being a bad mother in real time because social media
That's
dictates that that's
sad,
what's supposed to
man.
happen. After years of doing this, Chrisean knows that being a disaster is profitable, and that's what makes this whole rebrand that she has going on very much so unbelievable. While she's saying that she's changing every other stream, she keeps doing the behavior that is having people call her the bad mother or a crash out or a nuisance or all these other things, because ultimately she's getting the dollars for it. And so maybe this is just simply who Chrisean is, and the dollars are coming in and they're rewarding her for being her. For what it's worth, Chrisean can find God.
I don't think there's like, I don't know, but I don't think there's like truly her. I think she just got a character, a social media character.
She can stop drinking, she can get baptized, she can tell everybody that she's changed until she's blue in the face, but that doesn't matter if the behavior ultimately stays the same, especially when she's refusing to acknowledge the things that she's did in real time. I don't know how she can sit there and lie to us and say that it's juice when there's video evidence of her drinking straight from a Don Julio bottle. And that's really the problem with Chrisean Rock, is that every time she's introduced this new version of herself, the behaviors dictate that she is the same old, same old. So maybe she genuinely does want to change, but the actions aren't lining up with those things.
No, it's just the money slowing down. Whenever the money slow down, then when she died back in that water.
You got right back with Blueface trying to play the whole parenthood
She
mother
died
gimmick
right back
of it
in
all.
that
Hey, I'm
water.
getting the
I ain't
family
gonna
back
lie.
together. But later on that same night, you were in the streets throwing bows with his baby mama. I don't know. At this point, it's not a phase. It's literally just.
Bro, it's a business. All this shit a business. I'ma keep saying it. All this shit a business. I'm seriously unemployed. Wait. Yeah. I don't know. Leave comments down below. Am I tripping? Is he tripping? Is we tripping? Leave comments down below.